Today I want to briefly touch on what is known as the first principle, the first rule, the first principle, the first acceptable fact any devotee or worshipper has, the fundamental basis upon which life and all of creation rests, the root, the basic and primary understanding of everything we know and do not know. That first principle of life, that first principle of being human, that first principle of being a noble soul, that first principle that we speak of is God is the efficient cause of all true knowledge and all that is known through knowledge. Now, to explain and fully digest the import of this statement, we must examine the words within the statement as well as the sum total of idea presented by the entire principle. And it starts with Parameshwar, with God, the Supreme, the one who is all pervading and all intelligent and all bliss. This first principle states that God, that Supreme Master, is not just the cause of everything, but is the efficient cause. You see, there is no waste, there is no byproduct, there is nothing without purpose in the discussion of efficiency. Everything fits into purpose. Everything is purposive, as we say in law. All knowledge and all outcomes of knowledge is efficient. And the principle, that first principle, it continues. God is the efficient cause of all true knowledge. Yes, He is the efficient cause of all true knowledge. Mind you, knowledge which we are aware of and which we may be unaware of. Let's take some physical examples. I may be an accountant and I may know a lot about accounting, but very little about medicines. But a medical doctor who knows the science of medicine would depend on me for accounting skills as I depend on him for my health checkup. The fact that I know very little about medicine does not mean medicine does not exist. It is that part of knowledge and wisdom that I might be unaware or uneducated in. Or, I am a geologist. But what do I know about the wisdom or the knowledge of those other sciences? What do I know about the knowledge of a lawyer or a biologist or the innate wisdom of a saint? But obviously, all the sciences of all the branches of knowledge exists, whether we are intimate with them or not. And so all knowledge, all sciences, all arts, all logic, all truth, all originate and is maintained by him. The principle of logic, the principle of the universe is contained within this first principle. Another physical example one might want to look at. The moon. The moon revolves around the earth. 1 degree closer or farther can translate into chaos. So that logic, that symmetry, that geometry is perfect and efficient. And true knowledge, as distinct from when we bear false witness, as distinct from when we create falsehood by commission or omission, falsities which we willfully create. For example, people who impose their notion of God and godliness and religion on all of humanity. So, all that is known and yet all that is yet to be known, all that we are aware of and all that we are yet to be made aware of. Take another moment and let's look at where technology is. Look at our amazing discoveries. Do you think humanity has reached the limit, the zenith of discovery and knowledge? Absolutely not. And so this principle reminds us that God is the original source, the one source of all sciences, all knowledge, all logic, whether we know them or not, discovered or yet to be discovered or never to be discovered by humanity. And now this is a huge area of discussion, one that is well beyond our short talk today. But I'll give you one more example. I have a mango in my hand. When you look at this mango that is in my hand, do you see the mango or do you see its skin? Can you see the seed? Or is it that you perceive in your mind's eye the seed within this mango? It's your knowledge, it's your perception, it's the logic that is undefeatable, the logic of true knowledge that is represented in this first principle. And again, look at the final example I want to share with you today. A person that knows a mantra from the Veda, only to repeat it, not knowing the meaning of the words or the physical and psychological impact of those words, yet inside his mind, he perceives the bliss that can arise from repeating those words, and he knows that he will eventually understand them, and yet at some stage becoming them, experiencing them. That perception, that knowledge, that wisdom, that logic is all represented in that God factor, in that efficient factor, the cause of all true knowledge. And so all that is truth, all that is perceived and known, experienced, witnessed in it, and yet all that is to be factually discovered, yet to be logically realized, all knowledge and all that is known through knowledge, that God, that Creator, that all-pervading one, the Supreme One, the Parameshwara, the Almighty God, is the efficient cause of all true knowledge and all that is known through knowledge. And so, friends, this principle, the words that formulate the basic truth, this was handed to us, to all of mankind, a long time ago by one of the greatest Vedic scientists who ever walked this planet. One of the greatest Vedic saints who ever walked this planet, the great Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati, in setting out the ideals of a noble society that is known as the Arya Samaj, establishes the known fact, the known logic, that God is the cause of all true sciences, the origin of it all. So, brothers and sisters, this is a fundamental principle of life. And as I conclude this short message, I now humbly quote, that great Maharishi Dayanand, who said, "Knowledge alone is the inexhaustible treasure of mankind. The more you spend it, the more it grows. All other treasures become exhausted by spending, but knowledge grows and can never be stolen by anyone." God bless you all. Namaste.